Hey guys, so today we're going to be doing a get ready with me with some of my favorites that I've been loving so far this year. I'm very excited about this video because I'm going to basically do a roundup of all the products that I've been trying out this year and just talking about them, applying them to my face, these products that have become my favorites so far. Before we get started, if you guys enjoy this video, like my videos, subscribe to my channel. Also, if you guys have any questions on anything, you guys can comment down below. You guys can follow me on any social media under @Danielsvibe on Instagram and TikTok. So first we're gonna go ahead and jump into priming the face. And I'm gonna start with the Summer Fridays ShadeDrops Broad Spectrum SPF 30. This product has been a life changer for me because don't come for me, but I used to not wear SPF, and the reason why is because I have very oily skin, and this product just gives the most, it sinks into the skin perfectly. It leaves no residue, no glow. It does give you like a soft focus to your skin. Actually, it does. I feel like it softens the appearance of your skin, which is nice. And the way I like to apply it is just directly from the tube to my face. Now the consistency of this product is just beautiful. It's very lightweight. It sinks into the skin very nicely. It doesn't have an artificial scent. It's just basically, you know, the formula. You can smell the formula, which smells nice. It smells like, I don't know, just natural. If you can think of a natural scent, this is what I feel like it smells like. At first you feel kind of like a tack, but that tack goes away and it just leaves like the most soft finish to your skin. So you do have to wait about 10 to 15 seconds for it to fully sink into the skin. Now that I've applied the SPF, one thing that has become my favorite for priming the face when it comes to moisturizing it has been this Make Beauty Succulent Gel Cream. I typically don't wear a moisturizer before makeup because again I'm very oily, but this is for some reason very lightweight. It does leave a slight tack to the skin, so it's beautiful under makeup, so it could grip onto your makeup nicely. And this, I only use it on the perimeter of my face and also in the middle of my face. I don't use it all over because again I try to wear the less product that I can wear before applying makeup, the better. I feel makes my makeup last longer throughout the day. And I apply about 2 pumps, and again, just the perimeter of my face. I go really heavy on the neck. Now moving on to brows. These two right here have been the perfect pair when it comes to doing my brows. I'm in love with the formula of this e.l.f. brow lift. I'm mad that I haven't tried it sooner. And then this brush is just perfect. Let me just shut up and as I'm applying it to my brows, talk about it more because doing the brows is probably one of the most boring parts of any makeup routine, to be honest. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab about this much and just apply it on the brow. So what I love about this formula, it is not the brow product that I was using before this was the Anastasia. That one is very thick and it's nice. I still like it. Just this one has more of a natural finish. So it's not too shiny on the brows, and you can work with your brows more with the e.l.f. And with the Anastasia Brow Freeze, it did leave a glossy look to your brows. This one has basically just dries down and it looks just really nice on the brows. It looks very natural. It gives a nice fluff look to your brows. Now moving on to concealer. Here we have the R.E.M concealer, Sweetener concealer, in the shade Medium 5C and the Medium 2. And this formula, I mean, I've had a full review on it. I'm gonna go ahead and link it above so you guys can check it out. And I've also talked about it in another video, so I'm very familiar with the formula and I've just been loving it. The finish that this concealer leaves on your skin is just very soft focus. I can't explain it, you have to try it. This has become my favorite concealer. And that's a lot to say, because if there's one thing I really love is concealer. I do not play with concealer, and this, I mean, just beautiful. So I have two different shades. I have medium to end. That one I use to brighten under the eyes and anywhere I want to brighten up on the face. And then the deeper shade, which is the medium 5C, I use it to spot conceal and just anywhere that I want to have a little bit of coverage or even out the skin tone throughout my face. I use the deeper shade, which is 5C. This is just a perfect skin match for me. As you guys can see, basically the blemish disappears. And so the coverage of this, it's not high coverage, but it's also not sheer. It's right in the middle. It's not too dewy and it's not too matte. Again, right in the middle. It's like just again gives a very soft focus finish to the skin, and it blends like a dream. And as you guys can see, this just love melting it in with the finger first. And this has a lot of playtime as well, so it doesn't, you know, set quickly, so you can play with it. You can, you know, just leave it on, let it sit on your face and not worry about it, you know, setting completely and you not being able to blend it, which is something I love, because I first love to blend my concealer. I like to let my concealer sit for a while and then do other things when it comes to applying makeup, and then I'll like to go ahead and blend with the fingers and then blend with a brush. So I like for my concealer to have playtime, and this one is just perfect for that. So that was the concealer. Now we're gonna move on to one thing I usually always do first, but for some reason every time I record a YouTube video I always forget this step. Since first priming the lips, I always start with that, prime the lips. And what I've been loving is this M Cosmetics, it's called the Morning Dew Lip Gloss, and this is in quartz. This formula is amazing. It's so moisturizing on the lips. It stays put. It's not too thin, but it's not too thick. It's definitely more thin than anything. And what I love is that it's not, even though it's a lip gloss, it's not glossy at all. So it has like the most natural finish to the lips. It's very moisturizing. My lips really did need that because they were really dry. It smells really nice. It has like a candy, vanilla type of scent. It's not too strong. Love the applicator, love the packaging. And now we're gonna move on to contour. I'm not gonna contour my face, but I'm gonna talk about my favorite contour that I've been loving so far this year, which is, it's not supposed to be a contour, but on my skin tone it is. It has a very cool tone brown, and is the Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the beautiful Skin Sun Kissed Glow bronzer, and this is in the shade Fair, which is their lightest shade. But again, I do not use this as bronzer. It kind of gives me a bronzer type of look, but this has become one of my favorites so far when it comes to just sculpting the face. It's just beautiful. Again, I'm not gonna be using it today because I wanna go more of a bronzy look, and now we're gonna move on to the next product. So apparently there's a tow truck moving a car right now. So while they do their job, I'm gonna go get a drink because yeah, I don't want that in the background. So I'll be back. Very much needed. So now we're gonna move on to bronzer, which is a new release. It's from Merit, and they were so kind enough to send it to me before it was released, and that is not the reason why it's become my favorite. It's just the formula is beautiful. I did a video of testing new makeup. Watch it out. I'll go ahead and link it above. And I gave my first impressions and really just been loving this bronzer. Let me go ahead and apply it and I'll talk about it more. Actually, I'm so sorry I haven't had you guys zoomed in. I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit. Okay, so now that we're zoomed in, I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. So this formula is just beautiful. Even see, that looks scary, right? But it's the sheerest formula you can think of, and this shade is just beautiful. It has a cool red, very flattering undertone, which I really love. And I had seen somebody review this product, and they said that that this doesn't dry down, that this is like their blush formula. Do not believe that. It's not true. This formula here, if you guys have seen my previous videos, you know I'm a heavy oily person, and this is just the most beautiful formula when it comes to it not leaving a tack. It just blends beautifully into the skin. Let me show you guys. And it's very sheer, and it does not leave no tack whatsoever. It's not matte, but it's just like, I do not feel no tack whatsoever. And it just gives the most beautiful natural wash of color, of warmth to the skin, and it just blends like a dream. I mean, do you guys see how that blended basically into my skin perfectly? And didn't have to use a heavy hand, using the lightest hand, and it just gives the most beautiful warmth to the skin. But that's the finish that this bronzer gives. As you guys can see, it looks like it's going to be heavily pigmented, but it's not. And again, this is perfect for oily skin. So if you guys see a review out there saying that this leaves a tack to the skin, not at all. I mean, my fingers glide through my skin perfectly. The finish is just beautiful. In love with this bronzer. And I'm sorry, you guys, I have the shade Leo. Let me go ahead and swatch it for you guys. And this is the shade Leo. Now moving on to blush. This blush has just become one of my favorites. I have to constantly stop myself from using it because for some reason I just want to go back to it and use it and continue to use it. I just love this shade. It's the shade is Deep Apricot, which is a dark orangey type of shade. So what I like to do with this blush, I like to apply it on the palm of my hand, and one pump is enough for all over the face. And then I just like to blend it on the palm of my hand. And as you see, it's a deep orangey color. It looks intimidating, but it blends on the skin very nicely. You kind of do have to apply this on the skin quickly because it does dry down very fast. So where I love to apply blush is just forehead, and then I go heavy on the nose, on the eyelids, just like as an eyeshadow. I'm gonna use this new Morphe brush, which I'm loving for blush. This is their Vegan Pro series. And once it's placed on the skin, it does dry down, but you can still play with it a little and blend it. As you guys can see, I don't know, it just gives this beautiful, like, I'm in love with this shade. I don't know how to describe it. It's orange, but on my skin tone, just gives the most natural flush from within. Just beautiful. I love this formula. I love this shade. But what do you guys think about this blush? Do you guys have it? Are you as much as in love with it as I am? I want to know because I'm obsessed with this blush. Now moving on to highlight. This product is new to me, but I can already tell that it's just gonna be my favorite highlight. And let me just start talking about it. And this is the Trini London in this, it's their Right Light highlighter, and it's in the shade Candlelight. It's like a peachy champagne shade. And the formula of this, I haven't talked about it on my YouTube channel. I did do a review of Trini London on my Instagram and TikTok. You guys should go check it out. Trinity London was so kind and then they sent me some products to test out. This formula is just amazing. I never thought that I could find something for my oily skin when it comes to like a balmy highlighter. So this is a cream highlighter, but the dry down is beautiful. It leaves no tack on the skin. It's not balmy. It just gives the most natural lit from within glow on your skin. And let me just shut up and show you guys. So this is how the shade looks. And let me just go ahead and apply. You know what? Let me zoom you guys in closer because I want you to see the finish that this Trinity London, the Right Light in Candlelight leaves on the skin. It's beautiful. All right, so let me show you guys. Look at the glow that it leaves on the skin. And it just, again, leaves the most natural highlight on the skin. It's just beautiful. And it's not balmy at all, which is perfect for my oily skin. I love it. I don't know if you guys can see. I already applied it here on this side of the face. And I mean, look at the glow that it gives. If you guys have been wanting to check out Trinity London, I would highly recommend trying this highlighter if you guys like a subtle highlight. But this is, I mean, I'm not saying it's like subtle, you can't see nothing. It just does something to the skin without it being glittery or sparkly. It's just beautiful. I mean, look at this finish. I'm in love. Okay, now we're gonna move on to powder. And the powder that I've just been loving is the Westman Atelier Vital Skin Press Powder. This is just beautiful, and I have it in the shade Bubble. It's just the most natural, and again, like always, it's just so hard to open this product. That's the only thing that Westman Atelier needs to fix. Okay, but I have the shade Bubble, and this, if you're scared of it, thinking that it's gonna leave a cast on your skin, this has no coverage whatsoever. It gives us the most soft focus, fresh look on the skin, which for powder you would think, you know, mats you down. No, it just gives like a fresh type of look to your skin. Let me go ahead and apply it. I'm going to use my Wayne Gauze airbrush and I'm going to apply about this much, and I'm just apply it under the eyes. And I just don't know how to explain this powder. Just fresh is just the first thing that comes to mind when I think of this powder. It really just gives me like the healthiest look to the skin without it looking powdery. I'm in love with this powder. This has for sure become one of my favorites. I don't see anything replacing it yet, but in love with this powder. If you're thinking of getting it, I would definitely recommend it. It's expensive, but worth it. I have a full review of this powder. I'll go ahead and link it above so you guys can check it out. All right, guys, but this is the finished look. It's just very fresh, very soft focus, a little bit of warmth, a little bit of color from the blush. Very natural. I'm really liking this look. I was very excited to talk about what I've been loving this year so far. Okay, so that does it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like my video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you guys have any questions on anything, feel free to comment down below. I'll be linking everything that I use in the description box. Also, follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Danielsvibe. I am posting more content when it comes to skincare and makeup. And with that, I'm done with you guys. Bye.